Hello and welcome to WNHS-TV. I'm Miracle Coates.
And I'm Quincy Barber. Our top story today involves a rise in COVID cases around the county due in part to the holiday season. Neighboring school systems have closed. Is there a possibility that Calvert County schools will close as well?
And later we have a steamy story on our biggest rivals. Be sure to stay tuned for that. But now to Ashley Clark with more on the school COVID situations.
With the new variants of COVID-19, there are rumors about school closing. We have asked fellow patriots how this would affect them. Virtual learning can cause some students to struggle.
I do not think we're shutting down. I think we're going to figure out a way to continue on with working with COVID.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of talk about it, but I don't think they are.
I would honestly hope not. However, when I walk around the hallways and see people with their masks on their chins still or just not on at all, it gives me a lot of pause on that, because I think that's the honest answer. If we do the things we're supposed to, no. If we don't, who knows?
I mean, if they do, I would say probably here in like the next 2-3 weeks to a month.
I think we're putting in all the safety precautions necessary to keep schools open, and it's my hope that the recent surge of the current variant will dissipate and we'll be able to go back to normal. I love being at school. I do not like the virtual setting. It wasn't great for kids. It's not great for staff. The best part of being inside of the school is building relationships with students and interacting with students and watching your success.
I like seeing all my friends, but I really go back to virtual.
So I would much rather be in the building, but we go where we have to go and we do what we have to do.
Virtual learning is difficult on our part as far as the administration is, because we're trying to get in contact with students. Some students don't check in. They won't go to class. They won't get online. So it becomes very difficult to manage school in a virtual setting.
I can't believe we're the only county in Maryland that hasn't shut down yet.
I know, right? It's crazy. But I know it's harder for football fans to discuss rankings not in schools, especially with the NFL playoffs happening right now.
Or on the recent NFL playoffs.
Thanks, Olivia and Quincy. This past weekend featured the first round of NFL playoffs. The majority of fans believe that teams like the Buccaneers, Chiefs, Packers, and the Bills are Super Bowl favorites, but some students and staff at Northern High School thought otherwise.
I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl because I am a fan. However, we don't know what Tom Brady's going to come with, so it could be the Buccaneers.
I think the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl. They're the best team in the league. They got the Defensive Player of the Year on their side, so I think Steelers are the best.
Big Ben is overrated and he's going to lose, and the Cardinals are going to win it all.
When thinking about teams that people didn't think would last that long, the Eagles, Bengals, and Cardinals and Raiders were popular answers.
Biggest playoff underdogs is my husband's team, the Eagles, because they weren't supposed to make it to the playoffs, but they made it.
Probably the Raiders, because they won a lot of close games. It's cool they got in, but let's be honest, it's probably going to end pretty quickly.
We also asked students for their opinions on who would win MVP for the season. The quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, was the most popular answer. Rodgers was the MVP last year, but had yet another amazing season. Another reason people watch the Super Bowl is for the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show. This year, the NFL has invited Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Eminem to perform.
Artists come and go over time, and their stories are always interesting to tell. We went around and asked Northern students who some of their favorite rising artists are.
An underground artist I listen to is Phoebe Bridgers. I really like Phoebe Bridgers.
I listen to Wallows. It has Dylan Minnette. He's also one of the actors in 13 Reasons Why.
I listen to Callie Uchis a lot.
It was like 2018, I think. I was like in middle school still. And I remember finding like Stranger in the Alps, and I was like, yeah, the cover art goes nice. And I just decided to give it a listen, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I actually stalked his account. I went all the way back to like 2014 when they made the band, and I started listening to them ever since.
She was like in my playlist. I don't remember how I discovered them.
I've had like Motion Sickness and like Garden Song, but like honestly, you guys don't listen to Phoebe Bridgers if you value your mental health in any way.
I like Scrawny and These Days. They're probably one of my favorite songs.
My favorite song right now by Callie Uchis is called Fue Mejor, but it's fully in Spanish, so I just don't know what it's saying.
Gemma recommended Motion Sickness, Funeral, Savior Complex, and Kyoto by Phoebe Bridgers.
She is amazing. And then when she did the song with Taylor and got even more clout, I was like she deserves it.
I kind of saw it coming. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of was like, yeah, the TikTok girlies are gonna love this one. Just ran with it.
Yes, I did. Way before they blew up. They started getting more popular after 13 Reasons Why came out, but I knew before.
I don't think so. Like, she's not super popular right now, but she's also not like fully underground, so maybe it's in that like middle stage.
Okay, Monday has the highest 39 degrees partly side. Tuesday, more of the same with the highest 43 degrees. Wednesday is supposed to high of 37. Thursday is supposed to sunny with the high of 29. Friday, partly sunshine with the high of 38. And that is your this week's weather. Now over the source of Brandon Little.
Hello and welcome to this first installment of Little Bit of Sports. I'm your host, Brandon Little. In this quick show, I'll be discussing some of the biggest sporting news, controversies, and funny moments around the sporting world. Starting off with the NFL, this past weekend, we had the first round of the NFL playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals finally won their first playoff game after a 31-year drought. The New England Patriots got absolutely destroyed on Saturday as they allowed 47 points to the opposing Buffalo Bills. Other teams who came out victorious were the Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Rams, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All I know is that I can sleep happily knowing that the Dallas Cowboys were once again a first-round exit. Following up in the MLB, the league and the Players Association had their first meeting since the lockout to attempt at bringing baseball back and to start the season on time. But there unfortunately was not an agreement, so baseball fans will have to wait longer until anything new comes out. I'm just praying that they actually have a season. In NBA news, Phoenix Suns shooting guard Devin Booker provided a pretty funny moment over this past week where he complained about the Spurs mascot distracting him while he tried shooting a free throw.
Environment, you're just not used to having anyone back there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get him out the way. We play a shooting game all the time, every day. These two do the same thing, and I complain then, so.
And finally, in the NHL, Washington Capitals legend Alex Ovechkin has broken the all-time NHL power play goals record, getting his 275th goal 2 weeks ago against the Detroit Red Wings. Ovechkin looks to pass Jaromir Jagr in the all-time goals record next, as he only needs 9 to pass him.
Thank you, Brandon. Up next, we have predictions of this 2022 year with Zach Dobson.
Thanks, Quincy. Here are some students' 2022 predictions on the new year.
2022 predictions, I think that COVID might actually get a little bit worse since everybody's treating it like it's not really anything.
I think the 2020 year is going to go kind of on the rocks because of the new variant that's out.
Our Super Bowl predictions is I'm going to go with Tampa versus Cowboys.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Tom Brady's been showing out a lot with Tampa.
My predictions are, I think the cases will keep going up for COVID, and they make people get vaccines, otherwise you can't go nowhere, which sucks. School will probably close. Probably basically a repeat of 2019, to be honest.
I predict in 2022 that school will go back virtual or hybrid because cases have been rising so much in school.
And now we have TJ Lattimore with his story on Northern High School's biggest rivals, Huntingtown High.
Since the start of the season, the wrestling team has been working hard to train for their tournament. On December 28th, Northern took the win against our rivals at Huntingtown. With all the hype this year about our schools going head-to-head, students had strong opinions about our longtime rivals.
Well, my girlfriend goes there, so I like her, but the rest of them, they're a bunch of weak bums over there.
Around the county, it's known that the biggest rivalry between high schools is Northern versus Huntingtown. Whether in sports, events, or just in students, everyone's got an opinion on the other side.
Well, like, just seeing them sometimes, makes you mad. Like, you just look at them and you're already mad. You're pumped up, and you just want to destroy them.
Personally, I got some very hard feelings with some of the people in their squad.
They just kind of exist. They're all kind of not relevant. Who cares, about any of them?
Tensions were most high when we played them back in October. The stadiums were filled with people across the county. Debates are still going on for who student section ran the stands the best.
We definitely mobbed them. We had way more people than that.
Well, I didn't really know they were there. Honestly, I couldn't hear them. I would occasionally look over, but they were wearing all black and hiding behind each other. I heard nothing.
For now, Northern students have some predictions for how our game on the 18th of January will go.
Absolutely destroy them. I don't think they have anybody on their team that can do anything against any person on our team. in any way. Everybody pin, tap out. It's gonna be crazy. Like, we have Brock Lesnar.
In the wrestling, we're gonna crush them. I mean, they're weak. They have nobody at all.
And that's it for today's show. Students, it's almost the end of the quarter, so make sure all of your work has been turned in. I'm Miracle Coates.
And I'm Quincy Barber. Remember to follow Northern Journalism on Twitter at NHS Patriot Press. Stay updated on all things NHS. That's it for us. We'll see you soon.